So, this is gonna be my frame to hold the Mylar. The Mylar, actually, that I got from Jonas Karot once more. So he helped me out once more, because I didn't have any 6 micron Mylar anymore, and he said, well, I got some, let me send it over to you. So, for free as well, so thank you so much. Also, I think he printed the end caps in the packaging, which is kind of funny. I'll ask him after I done this. I mean, that's a lot of extra work. When I think of it, maybe I should use remount next time on these frames. Well, it's too late now. So I'll get this inside to stretch the Mylar on. Crap on the cutting mat. The fact it's cold outside might be a problem. The aluminium is room temperature. Might be fucked after being in my cold shed. Gonna add some Super 77. Now I need to add the Mylar to the frame and give it also a thin layer of glue. Lightly stretched, do some 77 spray glue outside, and then I can cut the foil, and hopefully that goes well. So there's this slight mist of glue on this aluminium, so it should cut a little bit easier. I hope that's true, but proof is in the pudding. I don't like the fact that it costs so much glue that I'm throwing away, essentially. But, well. Okay, now the annoying part. Am I able to get rid of the foil? That's up here. Okay. Now dump on the other foil, which might be a problem because I'm not sure how well 77 sticks to remount. It might be insanely well, so that's not good. Okay, it would be nice if I can get it off with the frame attached, but I'm pretty sure that will not happen, but we can try. No, that's not gonna happen. Downside of this method is that the foil will stick to itself, so also sticks really well to the... Oh, and we're fucked. Well, I broke the aluminium. Let's see if I can get it off anyways. The answer is yes, I can, but since the Mylar is pretty hardly stuck to the remount, you have to, use a lot of force, and then when it loosens, it snaps, and then it will break the aluminium here. Or it did here. It didn't do it on the other side. Well, I'm pretty sure it sucks. And the fact that the Mylar clings to itself is also quite annoying. Okay, my next question is, can I use single-sided? And if I use single-sided Super 77, am I able to get it off? That's what I'm gonna try. And how well will it stick? I'm gonna read some data sheets. I'm afraid it's contact adhesive and it needs a double coat, which in this case would screw me over, because this, having glue on the whole entire Mylar surface, is not what I want. Or it sticks too well to the cutting method. And as you can see, the glue transferred from the Mylar to the cutting method where there was remount. So you see the outline of not the coil itself, but the spaces that had no coil, no aluminium foil. So here and here. So it leaves this 77 on the cutting mat, which is also something I don't want, because it's too strong. Well, this one can go. It is really light though. So this is aluminium foil with one coat, a heavy coat or heavier coat with Super 77. Super 77 is a contact adhesive, as I already knew, but I gave it some extra weight because of the heavy spray glue. Well, we'll see. Etc., etc. I'll get back to you when it's done. And we're back to weeding out once more. Now, although Super 77 is a contact adhesive, I am going to try to do it single-sided, see what it does. Got nothing to lose because the other method is too messy. Now I'm gonna massage it into the glue, hopefully. Now, hopefully I can get this off, which looks to be the case. Cool. No stickiness. Well, and it managed to get off the sticky cutting mat without losing its aluminium. So, by the looks of it, you can use Super 77 in a single-sided application. This looks good. Very pleased. Now I got some room to stretch up the Mylar. Unfortunately, the Mylar is not wide enough to use my typical stretching jig with the tire. And I'm definitely not gonna make a new jig just for 2 panels. So that's fixed, so hopefully I'm not sniffing like a rabbit anymore. The foam is a bit on the low side, I think. So I will be using the foam tape. So it raises this stuff a little bit. This is a good test as well, since I might be using this white tape on the spacer. I know normally it's glued, but since I make this for the first time, I don't want to like remove all kinds of glue if it doesn't work out. So I might go for a temporary solution, which in this case, normally you won't go for this carpet tape because in ESLs and such and planar magnetics, because the tension is much bigger. And what happens over time, it will creep. And then it will screw up your resonance, which is really important with a full range electrostatic loudspeaker, since it determines the lowest frequency it can produce. And if that resonance lowers and it hits that resonance, the rest of the stator, etc., or the whole design of the ESL is not made for that frequency. You know, half the frequency and you got 4 times the excursion, which becomes troublesome. It will hit the stators and you hear all kinds of nasty noises. Same goes for the magnet pens that have the, how they call it, the slap. That slap is means that the resonant frequency of the panel lowered than it actually should have been. And when you hit that frequency, it will hit the stators, or in this case the magnets. So now let's see, I hope I can get this crap off without too much trouble, but if you get a start somewhere, like using the old tape, now this foam tape is a bitch to get off, so better do it right. I think that's perfect. It's like only just above this piece of plastic. Let's try this stuff. Well, I'll just do this and I'll see you in a bit. Ta-da! In real 70s fashion, orange, red and sort of orange beige thingy. Get my tape. Nishiban. Now the amount of stretch, I don't know. So, there you have it. To what resonance did you stretch it? I don't know. I will never know. No, gonna make a stretching jig, so this is what it is. It's not gonna be, I just want to get rid of all the wrinkles and then a little bit more and that's it. I'll block the image, try to positioning this. Now, let's not break the glass. Which already happened once. Moment of truth. Is it okay? It holds a vacuum. I use my fingers. So I could have moved this a little bit more this way, but I'm afraid I would cut into the coil. So it seems that these need to shift a little bit that way. But not a big deal. Feels rather highish. Poke hole time. Alright, so I got my soldering iron with very sharp tip here. And I'm gonna poke holes oh, it smells really nice. Don't want to exaggerate this because I'm not sure which side holds the screws. Oh, it's the other side, so we're safe. So these are mounting holes. These are slightly bigger. What's this hole? And now the main attraction. I'll go fancy and use some Captain. Four ohms. So it gained 0.1 ohm or something. Although 4 ohms, of course, perfect. It's DC. That could be a bit lower. I mean, 3.7 would be fine too. Or 3.8. So now, the final step is attaching the other side of the panel. See if it's clear. It is. This is the piece that holds these screws, so I have to do it the other way around. Got my screws ready. So I'll start off with one screw here, like locate it, drive it in slightly. And this screw then the one at the back. That's one panel. Now let's hope that it works. But let's see what it does. I mean, for all I know, it sucks.